Earlier this week, the CBC released a report on the use of photo radar in playground zones in our city. Now, I've made no secret over the years about my disdain for photo radar and how I think it's mostly about generating revenue and has very little to do with public safety. I think we should be slowing down in playground zones, but I don't think photo radar is the answer. As it turns out, of the 1,200 playground zones in the city, nearly two-thirds of tickets in the last 3 years were issued in just 10 of them. That's absolutely crazy. It's not that people are speeding that much more often in these locations or that pedestrian safety is that much more important in these locations. It's that the city has realized that these spots are making enormous money for them. So they're parking photo radar there every chance they get. Now, before I even looked at the report, I knew what the number one location would be because I complained about it almost immediately when I moved here 4 years ago. I have never seen a more ridiculous 30 zone. Then on Elbow Drive, over 600 meters of reduced speed for what's essentially 2 swings and a slide, which are behind a fence. There's no school nearby. The footpath is set back from the road. It feels absurd to drive 30 through this thing. Why is this one of the longest playground zones in Canada? Is it because these are all million-dollar properties? Maybe. Is it because the city knows that 30 is too slow for this road and they can make a ton of money here? Much more likely. And make money here they do. This one photo radar location accounted for nearly 14% of all tickets issued in the last 3 years. If the goal of speed enforcement is to get people to slow down, it's clearly not working here. The truth is that the city is addicted to the revenue from photo radar, and this spot is their most reliable fix. That reliance on photo radar is the same reason the city has proposed lowering the speed limit in all residential areas to 30 kilometers per hour. Similar proposals have been put forward in cities like Vancouver and the photo radar capital of Canada, Edmonton. They'll say it's for safety, they'll say it's for the children like they always do, and they'll use the support of a few noisy Helen Lovejoys to lay the guilt on anyone who doesn't agree with the program. Well, as the father of 2 small children, I think that's bullshit. If safety were really the primary concern, they would install traffic calming measures that force drivers to slow down, like extended curbs, traffic circles, and speed bumps. A speed bump can save a life that a ticket in the mail 3 weeks later can't. But these things cost money rather than generate it, and it's not really about safety. It's about money. Now, I know there are some people who are just dying to say something along the lines of, if you don't like it, don't speed. Take a hike. That's a hollow, undemocratic argument that ignores the role citizens play in how our laws are shaped and enforced. If we believe we're being policed unfairly, we have every right to speak up. And based on these numbers, I believe we're being policed unfairly. So I'm speaking up.